Barbara Dewey. Welcome to my show, Have I Got Good News for You? The series that we're filming is entitled Be a Better Teacher or Entertainer. And today's topic is entitled Props or Properties or Objects, whatever you might like to call them. The world is just full of props, properties, objects, and I'm going to show you today how I use the things that I've gathered through the years to teach or entertain with. Now, it's really very essential that a teacher or an entertainer use properties because it's a fact that one of the poorest forms of education or entertainment even is the lecture method. Things are very, very seldom retained from this form of teaching. And so I'm going to show you the things that I've done and the things that I do, and hopefully they will trigger off ideas in your own mind as to what you can do and the work that you do. Whether you're a teacher, a mother, a grandmother, father, grandfather, a boss, a Sunday school teacher, whatever you might be doing, you're a teacher, and I want to give you some ideas as to how to be a better teacher. Now, my favorite subject to teach is nutrition, and I've been gathering things to teach nutrition with for a number of years, and so I'm just going to show you some of the things. Now, there are a lot of little items that you can find at a department store, and empty boxes with different names on them. I teach on junk food a lot, and I've got a whole stack of things here. Again, miniature things. Now, miniature things are always nice because they're unusual to look at. I've got here a little grocery cart. I have two little grocery carts like this, and I talk about, when I teach nutrition, putting the things that are good for you in one and the things that aren't good for you in another. And you can buy little tiny cans, plastic cans, or you can buy real food if you want to, which I've done too. But anyway, there's milk bottles. Look at your toy stores. I haunt the toy stores and the toy department, but that is just full of things like that. Well, we sing a song called I Like to Eat Apples and Bananas, and so you could use real apples, but when I was going around doing different programs, then it was kind of hard to keep apples and bananas fresh, so I had a friend named Connie who put all these bananas together. They're all plastic bananas, and she wired them all together to make a bunch, and then we glued the apples in a basket so we could sing about apples and bananas. Now, other foods, I found this. You've got to learn to look at used clothing and item places. This happens to be a head of lettuce that you can put money in it. It's called lettuce hide. You can hide your money in. There's the same thing with bread. Although I made a loaf of bread a number of years ago, it doesn't look very good anymore, but this always looks good. And also for bread styrofoam now, this is sandwich. This sandwich looks like a sandwich, but it really is a notepad. And this means don't eat white bread because it's bad for you. These are plastic. This is a plastic sandwich that I've got together with a rubber band that you can buy at the toy stores right now. And it has tomato and bologna and cheese. I have a rubber band around it so that we talk about, the different things in nutrition. I made this, and you can make a lot of things out of foam rubber. And inside, just two sheets of foam rubber that we painted on the outside, and then inside is supposed to be a piece of ham or bologna, and then lettuce and I remember roast beef, I guess that was. Then put it all together and we put it in this is probably 10 years old, this sandwich. I've used it a lot of times for big eaters, and we talk about ordering just one sandwich, and this comes, but you can make a lot of things that will stay permanent. I found these peppers and these grapes. We used in one of the shows we just did. We used these grapes for an illustration of fruit in our lives. I like this little shirt. You've got to keep your mind open. A property is anything. The different stuffed toys that I've talked about lately too. Any of those things. If you love me, don't feed me candy. C-A-N-D-Y. Continuously advertised, nutritiously deficient yummies. It is. So just keep your mind open all the time. This really is recycling a lot of the things, because see, you could save, if you're teaching on foods, you could save all of the empty cans and boxes, milk boxes, all those type of things, and you could save that type of thing and use it over and over again. Now, I believe in, Mrs. Billy Graham, Ruth Graham, just written a book called, I think it's called Confessions of a Pack Rat, and I identified with that because I've collected so many things over the years. My husband threatens me that he's going to bring a dump truck and park it in front of the house and take a shovel and put all the stuff in the dump truck and haul it away. But I need it. If you're a teacher, and like I said, all of us are a teacher, then you need to have these things, and they make your teaching and your life so much more enjoyable. My photographer and cameraman and executive producer, Bob, I put a film in for him to take some pictures one day, and I didn't put it in tight enough, and so when it came, it was all distorted. And it cost quite a bit. I had to pay to even get it developed. So I did what I always do. I put a little note on it that says, we'll use it for a prop. So I'm sure there's going to be somewhere, well, I'm using it right now for a prop, so you don't have to throw anything away. Now here I found from all these little stuffed, a carrot, I call it Carrie T and Beanie Wee. I named them Brocky Lee and Beady B and Sweetie P and Corny Me, and then made up this song to London Bridge that we're going to be doing with the baby. It goes, let's see, how does that go? P and Corny Me, Carrie T, Beady B, Greenie Bean and Brocky Lee, we love veggies, something like that, and repeated it over and over again with them in a different order. So I want to encourage you, and I have been encouraging you, to use your imagination. That's the best thing that you can use, the best gift that you've got right here. You might not have a penny, but you've got an imagination, but you have to develop it. And it really is very, very rewarding. I've always loved bulletin boards. In fact, when I was teaching school here in Alma, I remember having 11 bulletin boards, and I would change them every 2 weeks because as children, when they look at things, they'll remember. Now, this is a lawn ornament, and with a cow, and could be cut off with a hot gun here, and used. We sing this song called Living in a Given Way, which is, again, I keep reminding you, why we're doing all this is to enhance other people's lives, to make other people's lives more meaningful, more exciting. And here, you could hang this under some mistletoe, or I've been going to make a puppet out of this, but there are all kinds of things. Oh, just use your imagination a little bit and think of what you could do. This could be put on the board when somebody does something nice. It could hang on the board, and you could write their name down like they were getting a kiss. Or there's so many things that you could think about doing with the different props that you might find. And that's what makes life exciting, is using all these different things. Well, when we talk about food, I found a little package of creepy ants, and that would be cute for a picnic. And talk again about recycling. I found this old, we've got camcorders and old cameras that, instead of throwing the things away, children can use them for toys. I think this is really neat because it makes this noise. Here's a noise that when you can pretend that you're doing America's Funniest Video, and the kids could go out in the yard. Tell the kids to turn the television off and go out in the yard and make up games and make up stories and plays. When I was little and we didn't have television, we used to go in another room and dress up and come out and put on a da-da-da-da-da show, and it's so good, and it makes you feel so good about yourself and develops all these talents for the children and the people that